First thing I do is don't have my microphone unmuted. Oh God, I need help. All right, hold on. I just, I'm trying to do the thing where I actually post stuff. I'm almost done with the IG, and then I'm gonna get to work. Let me see. I have stuff to say today. Let me see. I have stuff to talk about. So, what is this? Oh, you know what? I messed up my sticker. Social media is hard. How do I delete this? I can't I don't want to reorder the layer. I want to delete it. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. I need a sticker for YouTube. I haven't had my caffeine for real, and I'm struggling. Let me see. All right, this, but I want this to be the text of the sticker. I think I'll see a preview. Make sure it goes to the right spot. Okay, perfect. Done. And okay. All right, I'm doing the thing. Did I do this right? And then today is what, 2:47. Let me see. Mm, 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 mm. 365. Wait, so center it, but why is it so big? There you go. Make it tiny somewhere. I made everything white text, but I'm not about to change that. It's just ship it. Okay. Today is not Monday, but it kind of is Monday. And trying to think what I have to do. I have a meeting today at I want to say 3:30. Let's see. Because I checked my calendar earlier. Yeah, I have a meeting at. Okay. I have to do this Twitch collab, which is happening literally next week on Wednesday, actually. So in like 1 week. And tomorrow we are going to. No, today we're checking in to make confirm the final details or whatever. So yeah, I have to focus on that today. That's like high priority, high urgency as well. Let me see. What now? I also have a couple other meetings this week. I just don't know what order everything is happening in. Tomorrow we have a retro. I have a coaching call tomorrow. Let me see. We have instructor meeting tomorrow, and this program I'm teaching for, they had to redo the entire curriculum for the software development program, and they're relaunching the curriculum now. But as instructors, we have to get retrained. So there was a training on Friday. I didn't see the training live because I was out, but I do need to go back and watch the recording because it's basically in order for me to continue teaching, I have to go back through whatever process they have for us. So I've been trying to keep up with that, but they normally have these meetings where they just give us updates. And tomorrow is one of our like general update meetings. I don't usually go to them, but I might go to the one tomorrow just because um I don't know what the timeline is for the training, so I can't let it fall off my radar. Um, oh, here's some more updates. Okay, so it says they had training on Friday. Send your most up-to-date resume, your experience with AI, experience as an instructor or teacher, your LinkedIn handle. Additionally, if you are currently working at or have previously worked in software development or AI roles at Amazon, Microsoft, Google, IBM, Meta, Spectrum, OpenAI, Anthropic, or any other trailblazing companies, we would love to feature your profile. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the meeting tomorrow. I have to watch that recording from the first training because I think it tells us what we need to know for the curriculum. I'll probably watch that. I might watch that first. I'll probably just mute my mic and watch that first because I'm like kind of curious to see what they're talking about. Let me see. So that's Wednesday, and then Thursday. Oh, we need to run the podcast this week. We are shifting the show from like Train X show. I think is kind of on hiatus right now, and Hacking with the Homie show because Mac and I wanted to do like an MVP show. Actually, he has been wanting to do this. And I just haven't said anything to him about it because he was like talking about it as if he was gonna take on that task independently. Meanwhile, I'm already knowing that he's not gonna be. I knew he was going to actually want me to help him with that. So eventually, now we are working together on the podcast. But now that I know he wants me to work on it, I have to set a bunch of stuff up, like make sure all the topics are picked, make sure that he gets the graphics made, and then I have to set up all the shows, basically set up all the live streams and make sure that we can go live to the YouTube channel because we do have a YouTube channel for MVP developer, but like I just haven't been putting stuff on there like how I need to. I have a lot of stuff I need to do for that channel. I might actually focus on that channel this week because we have like I've already done multiple iterations of the MVP developer training. I did it, I think I did 4 versions of it. So I've already like refined that curriculum a lot, and I'm not teaching it live right now just because I don't think there's really a demand for it live anymore or at the moment. But I don't know, that's probably not true. We probably just need to expand the marketing for it, but I don't know, either way, there's a lot of content that's there, and I do need to be like promoting it. And the 4th version of the curriculum that I made is all recorded. It's not edited, but like it's recorded enough that that is like that's on demand, but we're not really like promoting it or anything like that. So that's definitely a miss, especially on my part, because I do have everything I need to work on like getting that content out there, but I haven't been balancing my projects as evenly during the hacker house absorbed my soul. It was good, but that like this summer I've been working so hard, like I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but it's all good. Like a lot of good stuff happened, and now I just feel like I think the end of this month is Q3. Like Q3 is closing, which also was like, oh, okay. That was fast, but the hacker house ended, and like technically officially ended, like move out and everything already happened. So I was not anticipating like how much effort I was going to have to put into that. I don't know, it was just a lot of unanticipated situations. Nothing crazy, but I mean, I don't know. I just in my mind I had other things I was going to be working on, and a lot of stuff got behind because that was just a lot. It was a lot to do. And then I also ended up starting, well, I knew MVP was coming up. Start Studio came up at the end of June, I want to say. So we did Start Studio for July and August. So that was in addition to, I was doing that in addition to the other stuff we were doing for the Hacker House. And by the end of the summer, I kind of got a little bit more balance. Um so by the time I started Start Studio, like I already knew, like, okay, let me dial back on certain days, because like the days that we do Start Studio, we always do it Wednesday evenings. That's a long day. If I already been like coaching all day and like literally been in sessions all day, then I'm not going to have the energy to turn around and do a 4 hour straight like Zoom call at night, dang near past my bedtime. So I do think like I was trying to evolve with um just like how I structured out my schedule and what I was putting my time towards. But I had to put a lot of stuff on the back burner. So yeah, we are going into Q4 now, and I feel like uh, the summer was practice, but I definitely feel like it's game time. So um where am I in this process? Like right now, I think I need to reorganize. I need a schedule. Like I need a new structure to my day, because my entire routine is changing since I had like regular coaching sessions, regular like program calls, and regular like workshops and things, regular like trainings. Like I had a full schedule that I was working around the house. So now that that's gone, I need a structure. Like otherwise, I'm just gonna wander aimlessly. Um, so I highly, like, I'm really really motivated to like create a schedule where I can know how my day needs to be structured out. And then I really need to go and figure out, like, planning wise, what are we doing for Q4. Miss Seiner, good morning. Um, Definitely check back in after your meeting, but I want to know how everybody is doing too. Um, Going into this process. And today, just as a side note, today I really, I don't know this. I had this idea um, earlier of being very transparent and talking about what did I like. Sometimes you go through certain challenges, and it's easy to speak on what other people do wrong in the process, but like me as a person, honestly, like I'm always trying to figure out, like, what can I learn from the situation. Even if it was something that, oh, I feel like this person was wrong, or I feel like, this was unfair, whatever, however I feel about the situation or whatever, like I still always feel like there's something to learn, because life is not as straightforward as we would like it to be, even in the cases of leadership, and especially working with people is just a challenging thing. I learned a lot of hard lessons over the years, being in a lot of leadership roles, and being the type of person where I go out, I do a lot of different types of things, and I usually do seek out like leadership level like roles or opportunities, or I tend to, like, I have a whole organization that I started and run. I'm very like, busy with running like nonprofits and stuff like that. So you can't really like do a lot of that stuff without actually growing. And to me, the biggest challenge I ever experienced is always like in dealing with people and managing like personal relationships. Not really personal, but I don't know. Communication is it's a big area that a lot of people don't. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't spend as much time really truly thinking about how what they say and what they do affects the people around them, their opportunities, etc. I'm beating around the bush a little bit, but Basically, I was just thinking about like there's certain things that I need to work on, that I know I need to work on. Like I feel like I did a pretty good job this summer, in managing a lot of things, and I was under an extreme amount of stress, extreme just in my personal life, outside of what was going on with work, and then the running the program was also extremely stressful. So, all that being said, I feel like I did I'm proud of myself, but there's definitely a lot of areas that I have to grow in that I noticed just through going through this program this summer. So that's kind of what I like reflecting on today, is basically like what do I need to work on, because I do feel like I've been venting a bit to, like, the people that I know and trust or whatever, but I don't know. I thought about, I'm like, we could talk about that today, because um the whole point of like everything, like live streams and all that, is at least for me, is to be transparent about the process that I go through. um like on this channel, whenever it's like meta dev girl stuff, that's basically me trying to show like this is what it really takes, and this is what I'm doing, like just sharing more so of what that looks like. um and one thing about me is I have to look at like where I have areas to grow. I have to acknowledge that, and I have to focus on that. And that's just a mindset that I have. But it's not necessarily always easy to talk about your struggles or whatever. Or I would say, at least for me, I'm comfortable like talking to people in my inner circle about like challenges I'm working on and things like that. But this is I'm not sure we talked about that like we talk about that a lot here, but I think we should. So I don't know. um I think the biggest thing I learned this summer, mm, I just I would like to I would like to like be more neutral in conflict. Like, I feel like I'm still a little too like responsive to, like, if I get aggravated with something somebody's doing, or I'm frustrated, I feel like, this person is off or whatever. Like, I'm still responding a little bit too much emotionally. Like, I think that I should be a lot more neutral and actually balancing out, like, being able to listen and hear what people are trying to say, because sometimes you can get into like a heated debate with somebody, and it's like you so busy trying to prove a point that you're not really hearing what the person have to say. And to me, in a lot of instances, if you like don't take it personal, if you don't like get upset about what they're actually saying, and you try to hear what it is they're communicating, then usually you could probably understand that person a lot better. But sometimes we get triggered by the things that people say, or the way in which they said it, and then it's like we don't really want to hear nothing else after that. So I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm the only person in the world that does that. But I'm like, I can acknowledge, I really noticed this summer, like, okay, because I'm like, I have this certain level of like, okay, I'm expecting another lesson I learned in the past that you cannot do. Sometimes you expect people to act in the way that you would act. So like, if when I'm coaching in a program, or like coaching in a program, I'm working with founders, I'm expecting like, I expect kind of like a version of myself to show up. But that's obviously not necessarily the case. Like, of course, yeah, there's going to be people that have similarities or similar working styles and things like that. But most often, of course, you're going to be dealing with people that are like just very different from you, and things that we take for granted is um like this might be first nature, second nature to us. That's not necessarily the case for others. And like, I don't know, you just have certain expectations of how your interactions will go, based on the expectations that you set on the situation, or the people around you. um I feel like I'm getting off on a tangent, but I don't know. I just feel like when people, well, like when if I feel like you wrong, it's like this. If I feel like you wrong, then I have to like get my point across, and that's a really slippery slope. First of all, because like I'm also at a phase of life where I'm like, sometimes you trying to prove a point is counterproductive to the whole process. Like you might be trying to prove a point just to help somebody, but you end up like being so forceful that they don't even want to hear what you have to say. Like, so I don't know. I'm like, I'm already at a point where I just feel like you don't always have to prove your point, and that's not always the most important part of the conversation. And also sometimes like just understanding that if proving your point is starting to get like is if you have to like have an argument with somebody just to prove your point, you probably should have been stopped having that conversation a long time ago before it even got that far. So like that's one layer of it. And I think because I think I'm conscious of that, but when it comes to having like different type of conversations and like especially in like if you end up in a situation where it's like, okay, now we have a conflict, like now it's two people going back and forth. I feel like I still go down the rabbit hole a little bit too much of like I let the conversation go on for way too long, way longer than it should. That's just something I noticed. That's something I've been reflecting on. I think if I was slower to speak and like quicker to like if I defaulted to not saying anything, like if I just focused on that, that would help a lot. Because usually again, like I said, sometimes you just have to hear somebody out, and the way that they might be approaching it or the way that they might like come at you can definitely be wrong, but still it takes a lot to be like, okay, if I can actually hear what they're saying, usually for me, then it helps me actually it helps me de-escalate the situation and actually resolve conflict. Like that's actually the resolution part. So I just think I need to like shut up a lot more. That's like one goal. uh and I did learn the hard lesson of overcompensating for people. um I was overcompensating a lot on the team, and that got me like off track in the beginning. Personally, because I had stuff going on personally, but I felt like there was areas that I was almost like, okay, I'm just trying to fill the gap, when it came to stuff that we needed for the team. And it's just like I noticed that that was just only a me thing, feeling the need to like overly compensate. I'm sure there's some level to like me working with a group of like all men, which I'm used to working with all men, don't get me wrong, but this like a different level of exposure, I guess, because like this is different than sitting in a team space and working on code. Like we are actually like forming a business, and you can see people's like ways that they approach strategy, the way that they prioritize this thing versus other things they have going on. um the way people show up for um different aspects of what's going on. I mean, like all of that to me, like observing, I was definitely at a point where I was feeling frustrated. And what was the word that I was um like taken for granted, but like what, like basically I don't know, it was kind of like a sense of taking for granted. Saying like, okay, well, I'm picking up all this slack or whatever because in my mind, like, this is a team effort. So I'm picking up slack. In because that's how my brain works. But then I'm noticing like other people have a easier time like setting boundaries or saying like, no, I can't do that, or saying, hey, this, I'm like, we might need to cancel this thing because I have this other thing going on. Like, I don't know, I definitely put a lot of my own projects on the back burner in order to work on like the hacker house, and I realized really early on that that was not sustainable. And then that's when I had a whole epiphany about like how I need to work on boundaries in my professional relationships. Um, like I feel like in personal relationships it's very common to think about like, oh, you have to have boundaries with a person, and you know, we talk about that a lot, but it's so true in professional relationships as well. And I just think I've never really thought about it like that until this summer, where I was like, you know, understanding like sometimes you have to, like, you can get frustrated with a person because they are not meeting like some standard that you set, or some boundary that you set. And it's like you can't, like, I got to a point where I'm like, you can't expect people not to cross the boundary. You just have to focus more on like how do you respond if and when that happens. That's really the only thing we have control over. We can say like, hey, this is what you're doing that is making me experience X, Y, or Z. You can ask this person like, please don't do that, or like, here's how to do something instead. But you can't control, like, you can't control them actually saying, okay, you know what, I'm never going to do that again. All you can really control and focus on is if they do cross that boundary, then what. So I had a lot of like thoughts on that this summer. Cause like, to me, like, one big thing for me that I struggle with is like, people do not respect time. Like, people do not respect your time at all. And that is extremely frustrating. That was very frustrating for me. So I had to not just sit here and be mad that people don't show up to their meeting, for example, but it's like I have to actually understand like, how do I need to respond on the back end to somebody who never shows up to their meetings. Like, what do I need to do in order to like establish that boundary? Like, for example, like, instead of sitting here being mad at this person that never shows up to their meetings, like, I'll set a expectation and say like, if you miss a meeting, like, you can't reschedule. Like, I'm not about to sit here and keep going back and forth, you know what I mean, if you after you miss 2-3 meetings in a row. So yeah, I'm not going to keep giving you the opportunity to like cross the boundary over and over and over again. I don't know, I just reflected a lot on stuff like that this summer. How to set boundaries and how, like, more so how to reinforce the boundaries. So that is how we actually get a sense of relief on our end. Like, in that example, okay, if somebody constantly is like missing their meetings, then I'm just gonna cancel the meeting. Like, I'm not about to sit here and keep playing with you. And I have, other things to do, right? And I'm not gonna keep putting myself in a predicament to even be frustrated by that situation. So I don't know. It was a very interesting summer. It was a very great summer. It was very challenging. It was challenging in like the best ways. It was a pilot, so I knew that I didn't know what to expect, but I just knew okay, we'll figure it out. And then by the end of it, we'll have a lot more idea on how we want to structure the program, and also what are the admissions requirements, what are the application processes that we want to go through in order to bring people into future cohorts for the Hacker House. So that's one big thing that I have to think about and start organizing. So for, I guess, closing out this month, I need to excuse me. I need to excuse me. I need to do some sort of like a wrap up for the Hacker House. I have a collab next week, so I have to finish up that. I need the free code camp bootcamp like schedule finalized and all the like application materials finalized. And I think I need to work on the MVP developer channel, because I just have way too much content on there, and we have the on demand class, and it's just no reason why I'm not getting that together and promoting that. Um, and then we're working on our partnership for the next Hacker House. So I think we have some meetings, hopefully a follow up meeting this week that will. That way we can actually announce what the cohort is going to be, because it's a possibility that it may have a theme, or like it might be industry specific, and we didn't finalize that yet, so we'll see. But I will share more information whenever we get everything finished for that. But that's just kind of where I'm at right now. So I know Miss Sidner. I mean, me and Miss Sidner, like, we always catch up. So we like always talk through Instagram and stuff. So I feel like I kind of know how things are going. Fizzy, I have seen you back posting more often. And you're looking for places besides LinkedIn to look for jobs. Preacher said Indeed, Hacker News, company websites. Okay, so besides Indeed, Hacker News, company websites, you can go to Glassdoor. Actually has listings as well. The specific companies that you want to work for, or sometimes just Google the actual like title role that you're looking for. Google jobs, because Google has a jobs listing as well. I don't use it as often. I usually go to LinkedIn first. Hacker News, Y Combinator, actually, like certain accelerators have job boards for their startups. So if you want to do something more startup, usually in my experience, I've always seen that startups that are in portfolio companies, or that are in a portfolio, usually the VC has a job board for all of the companies, like inside of their portfolio. Yeah, I know the text is kind of hard to read right now. I'm just in the process of transitioning all of my streaming over from a completely different setup. So I just got the chat in last time. I know I need to like at least make it white or something. This is not the normal chat that I use. So I have to completely redesign. I have to completely redesign this one, because normally I could change all of those details inside of my OBS, but yes, so it is a work in progress. I apologize. I'm like constantly staring at that right now too, but I'm gonna see if I can fix it. That's just another bucket of things I have to work on. I got the website back up and running for metadevgirl.com. It looks crazy, but at least I got most of my old posts imported in. I need to actually design that out. I need to finish working on the stream setup. Actually, today I'm gonna look into streaming to a couple other sources, because right now we stream to YouTube and Twitch. I stream to Twitch because I've pretty much started my streaming on Twitch, and I do love like being in the community on Twitch, but I also like, to me, I spend most of my time on YouTube outside of like actual live streams. I spend most of my time on YouTube, and I want to focus more energy on building my YouTube channel, and I do have some other channels that I'm working on, but like streaming on Twitch is very like in the moment. So once the stream is over, it's over, versus me building up my YouTube content. So y'all know that's been a goal of mine this year, but I know I need to just keep putting effort towards that. So that's like the biggest goal. So we are streaming to Twitch, we stream to YouTube, but I want to try streaming to Instagram, TikTok. We'll see, because I spend a lot of time on Instagram as far as social media. So like YouTube, I watch all my content on YouTube, but most people, like people who follow me, if y'all follow me on IG, y'all know like I be in my stories, and I'm on Instagram throughout the day. So I want to try going live on there. I did go live like for a hot second during the MVP demo day last week, and I was just thinking like, dang, I should have did that earlier on. But I do want to go ahead and see like on this setup, I'm using Restream, and I'm just gonna focus on using Restream for now. um in the past I was using Streamlabs OBS, and in order to multi-stream I was using I had a subscription to Streamlabs OBS. Like, I had their subscription service, so that's how I was able to multi-stream. um Obviously it's not the only option, but multi RTMP is not an option for me. um and it's just simpler, to be honest. So what I was thinking about earlier is, on Restream, I want to add 2 more services. So right now I don't need the uh I don't need like a paid subscription to Restream for what I'm doing. But if I want to add more than 2 sites, then I do. So I was thinking I might just upgrade. I looked on there earlier. They have Twitch and TikTok, and knowing that I want to set up like a situation of trying to stream basically 2 different layout formats. I want to see what the capability is on Restream, how that will work. So I'm looking into that today. So that's another reason why I'm like, I'm gonna go in here, and I gotta work on a few things for the stream. But it's all content stuff. Everything we're like making we're making progress, but it's incremental. I'm about to share my screen. Oh, I got this job application I gotta do too. I'm about to share my screen, but let me see. Hold on, let me see what I can do with this chat, because I literally was planning on fixing this today. See, like, let me see. Hold on, let me close anything that I should not have on the internet. What email? Oh, yeah, don't want to put that email out to the world. Okay. All right, so we can. What am I trying to do? Wait, is Algora like a website for the jobs? But yeah, is that Elliot? It's a tech website for bounties. Ooh. Oh, they have live streaming. See, preaching, it knows like all the most random stuff that you never knew you needed to know. Okay, Algora, got you. Oh, welcome in. But yeah, I mean, I was just spilling my whole guts, but y'all not talking. So what y'all working on? Like, let me know I'm not the only person that's in a growth phase in my life right now. Let me see. I can share my screen. I've been missing streaming so bad. Oh my god, like, I'm for real. I got so used to streaming every day, and I think it was necessary for me to pull back because I really was stretching myself very, very thin. But I think I'm ready to get back to daily streams. I think and I'm trying to be more intentional about just the entire way that I go about, content. So even in the sense of like, sometimes I probably will have streams that is, muted mic, like focus streams and everything like that. But even when I do that, I want to be intentional. Like, I might make a channel or might make a series of just like, study with me, like co-working, straight up like lo-fi girl stuff. I might do some stuff like that, but very intentionally. But I think what I enjoy the most right now is us actually being able to talk, or me being able to like give some reflections on how things are going, because things are changing so quickly, and it's just, why not talk about it while we're here? And then I need to start just being more intentional with editing or reposting the stuff as well. YouTube is actually really nice for those of y'all who are also trying to go down the YouTube bandwagon with me. YouTube is nice because when you make your videos on YouTube, like say I go live on YouTube, right? I can go to the live stream after and I can do like shorts and clips and stuff straight from the live stream. Um so that completely cuts down a huge amount. I mean, the downside is going to be like the layouts, like it depends on what you're trying to show from the screen, obviously. Just because of the fact of like the ratios for something like a short. But all that being said, yeah, it's pretty easy to like go in and clip little moments out and things like that, just within the platform. So I think that's low hanging fruit. And then that way, if you really do have to go and actually edit something, you only have to focus on editing things that you couldn't already just do a quick grab from, if that makes sense. Been putting in work and hours, learning new compose stuff, going over Python. Um, Stop doing JavaScript and trying to get into more AI and ML. Um, there's a podcast on religion and STEM. Yeah, first day back to work for us too. So we had the holiday weekend. I had a long weekend. It was good though. But I'm tired. Like I was up way later than I was supposed to be last night. Because I did have to grill yesterday, and I was supposed to go to bed at like I said I was gonna go to bed early. I did not. I did have people over, so that contributed a lot to it. Just because we ended up watching a movie and then everybody got into the movie. So I think the movie was over probably around like 9. So originally our like get together was like 3 to 7, but it ended up being like 5 to 9 essentially. So that was a thing. And then I had to grill yesterday, and I had like some stuff that I had to grill specifically for my mom. I ended up like not getting that stuff done to the end of the night, so I was up um until after midnight. Basically, I probably went to sleep a little bit before 12:30, and then I had to turn around and get up because we had an appointment at the hacker house at 8, which didn't even end up happening, but I needed to get up anyway. So I got up, I started my day, got justice together, and then I was like, I'm about to stream, I'm about to get online, I'm about to stream. I'll probably hang out for a while today and get some work done. um Definitely a lot of the things that we've been talking about, so that's why I was like, this is my restream right here. The chat, like the way the chat is set up is, last time I was streaming, I want to say, is when I actually put the chat on the screen. I never really use, I'm just starting to use Restream, so I don't even know where the different settings are that I'm looking for. Oh, I think it's actually, I have to get it under the stream. I think I have to get it from here. So, ooh, oh, and if I upgrade, I can embed this on my site. Y'all know I've been wanting to do that for a minute. So that's another plus to that. And it's still cheaper than whatever I was paying Streamlabs. I think I was paying Streamlabs, I don't know. Theirs is like $9.99. I want to say I was paying Streamlabs more like 20. Ultra. Streamlabs has some good features though if you do like use some of these others. I don't think I wasn't taking advantage of this enough, because I was paying a whole nother service. I kept forgetting they had that. Anyways, yeah, but I think it's like $20 a month. Yeah, so I was paying $20 a month for that one. Restream service, I don't really know. Oh, they got analytics on here. I gotta look into those. Wait, let me see. Yeah, see, I have to get in here and understand more about last session. All sessions. I actually haven't looked at my analytics in a minute on anything on any platform at all, which is not. I'm not proud to say that. Okay. Oh, okay. They can break it down. Monitor outgoing, monitor incoming, chat messages, followers, viewers. Okay. All right. I'm gonna spend some time on that. I think in order to do something with the chat, I learned I had to go to the actual stream, if I'm not mistaken. Like, how do I live? No, events. Is it this one? Past. I don't know how to get into the. It shouldn't be this hard. Maybe I am on the right page already. Connect with OBS and Zoom. I'm trying to find the chat. Oh, there it is. I knew. I'm like, there's an actual page I have to get to. Let me see. Chat overlay. Okay, let me not settings. All right, see, this is the thing. In my past chat was already like completely like structured out and everything. And it was like already had all the colors and branding, and I had tuned it. But this one I have to do it all over again. Overall, finding it nice to go over concepts I already learned in my college classes. A little frustrated I can't get the hang of the steps from starting a project to finishing one. I think we should do more. I think we should do more like opportunities, like, or use more like maybe Discord features. But sometimes like I would like to answer some of these questions or like have more of a conversation, because like Fizzy, I get a lot of what you're saying. And I think there's like certain layers or certain levels to like how we can actually give you like good feedback or help in some of those regards. So to me, sometimes it's like being able to sit down and actually talk through something. Everybody's situation is unique. Like there's always ways for me to give like general advice, but obviously I have the experience of basically working, one-on-one with folks. So everybody's situation is always different, and I would always want to give like the best advice based on more than probably it can be managed through a Twitch chat message. So I just throwing that out there because I have been thinking about ways to utilize the Discord more, and maybe having we can have some sessions in there, or I can maybe I'll set up some like way of having like coaching sessions or something like that, because I think that like I said, I'm always happy to help, and I'll always give you like as like helpful information as I can. But like some of these things I would definitely like to talk through a little bit more. Definitely help, because I am lost. Look, I know the navigation of it is very complicated. I know that part. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, because I know that part is not easy. But yeah, so let me think on that. Like what can we do? Like what could we do in the Discord or something to Oh, that's cool. Speaking of Discord, automatically share all your restream chat messages directly into Discord, and from Discord to the restream chat. Huh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that. Appearance. All right, this is the appearance. Right now, it doesn't look like this right now. It looks like where the this is not what I saw before. Compact mode, counter. This is just overall filtering. That's not what I'm looking at. That's not what I'm looking for. Overlay. Oh, this is the part right here. So, right, because it's the text color. I guess I have to make a background for it. That's even worse. See, I don't have very many options. This is why I left it like how it was for the time being. So I just basically have to pick one of these. I'm just gonna go through the list. I didn't like any of these the last time, but at least now I just need to optimize probably for light text maybe. Oh, it's gonna be ugly with that. Oh, message. What does the message opacity look like? That one don't even have nothing. Or it's probably white. Oh boy. Mm-mm. What's this? Assassin's Creed. I plan on taking a college class next year. Got a 4 to 5 step plan for going to school. Let's see. Y'all see how terrible this is? Like, I didn't. This is why the chat looks like it does. No, I don't want none of this. Maybe once I upgrade, then I'll be able to do this. Okay, so let's look at that real quick. Because I was about to look at the plans and pricing. Oh, boy. Restream. Okay. Wait. Okay, well, let me just 2 channels, watermark remove, but that's compare all features. Facebook pages. Oh, and you can have people in the studio too. Maybe we could do something like that regularly. I don't know. I think Discord is like a more intimate setting versus like a coming on the stream, but if some of y'all are down for it. Like y'all know I like to Think Media channel. The main guy who runs it, Sean, he has like a I don't know how often he does this live, but he does like a regular live where he might go and talk about a specific topic for the day, and then but mostly he like does like live coaching basically. I would try that format. I'm very open to trying that format. So usually what would happen is like the idea is like if it's like an hour, maybe I'll say if it's like 2 hours, probably 2 hours is more realistic. Maybe like I don't know, just say an hour. If it's an hour, maybe like the first 15-20 minutes is like an actual topic for the day, and then like 15 minutes like of a couple different coaching sessions. Yeah, like 2 coaching sessions. And then like some QA time at the end. Um, and then basically people can call in, or you can join like the live or whatever. Um, and yeah, he'll do like a live coaching. Usually for him, since he does YouTube stuff, he would basically, like, an example would be like, he would pull up the person's YouTube channel, and then he would like ask them like what are their goals or what kind of feedback they're trying to get, what question they have, and then he would, kind of basically have a dialogue with them. He might look at the channel, give them feedback, etc., right? So I have been wanting to do something like that. So maybe we'll do something like that. What was I looking for in here? I was trying to see. Oh, custom graphics. Yep. Okay, custom graphics in the. Okay, got it. So that is a part of upgrading. Cools. Um. In the meantime, I guess let's do the comic one, because this one I don't mind so much, and it should work no matter where it goes. I think I actually already am on comic. I just don't have the background. Message background opacity is up there. I want to say that saves automatically. Yeah, so let me refresh my cache. Oh, Vito. Right now I'm just working on my right now I'm actually just working on the fixing the stream chat for the moment. That's why we are looking at this. So let me refresh the cache, and then I think this will show up. Okay, but like, do I take this off? Yeah, take that off. Okay, let me do it one more time. Yeah. Okay, let me see. There we go. That's better. What does this scale look like? Oh shoot. It was at what, 200? Okay. Well, this is much better, at least. Okay, so getting out of there. So yeah, later on I'm gonna look into. I'll look into adding a couple more stream channels, because my biggest thing now is, the next thing I would add would be probably Instagram or TikTok, and either of those will present the challenge of live streaming vertical versus live streaming horizontal, portrait versus landscape. Turn the music up, and then I need to finish this protein shake too, because I didn't really eat yet. August, September. Okay, so this is this one. Need a pen. Oh, and then what's this site? Algora. Oh, he said I could stream on here too. I'm about to close this window also. Hold on. I need to sip my hoodie. Oh, TV.Elgor. Okay. Um. Okay. But yeah, I do appreciate y'all giving y'all updates too, though. So I was, I'm like, I want to work on consistency for the rest of the year. Like I said, I think I'm ready to go back to daily streams. Um, and I don't know. I'm like, maybe we could form a nice little accountability group or something like that. Depending on what y'all are working on. Or I don't know. Maybe I should just lean into the lean into the 365 days of code again, and like if people want to kind of jump on that, you can. But I definitely want to focus more on my consistency, get like working on content every single day. Um, cause I I have too many like I have too many things that are just like stagnant that really should be getting some traction by now. But it is a matter of just focusing on where I am at the moment, and taking it one step at a time or one project at a time. Sometimes I'm like trying to move multiple things forward, like at the same time, and that sometimes that works, but it's not always a productive process. So I'm just evaluating. Now, what is this new feature? Live billboards. We just launched in video ads. Oh, fancy. Okay. See familiar faces. Okay. Oh, this was the podcast you were talking about? Hmm. Pretty interesting. Okay, but so these are shows, but are these shows like live right now? Like, or wait, join the Discord. Is it in? Okay, I'm still. Oh, let me hit click this, and then maybe I'll understand more. Like I'm confused. I'm confused. I know how to stream. I'm trying to see what the stream looks like and where it is. Skip. skip. Nobody is live. Okay. All right, let me put this in my back pocket. Where is Discord? Hold on, because I don't even want to risk my life right now. All right. I might try streaming on here. I think what's interesting is I just have to see what the overall setup would be. Let me look at this again, because whatever he was doing in this video was actually just not really answering my question. Okay. YouTube, X, and Twitch. Oh, and then is that a... No, that's the... Wait. It's going so fast. YouTube, X, and Twitch. Preacher, what are the like? I don't know. What's your feedback? Like, what are the streams like? On Algora. Okay. But I just need to. I need to leave this tab open. I feel like I need to leave these open for now. For now. Heard good feedback. Oh, y'all couldn't even see what I was doing just now. But I'm I'm gonna put this back. But even if I did open it, I need it to be on this side. Cause that is just. All right. Due to the bounty system, they have an untapped base in this. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. That's kind of what it seems like. Okay, let's try this. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but let's try it. So the ones I want to try are Algora, IG, TikTok, one way or another. So I'm just gonna experiment around and see what it would take to get the specific platforms I want to target to get those set up. And then now on here, this is like boop boop. That's really big. Okay. Let's go to here. Okay. So life is just lifing. Oh, I need to check into this as well. But I have that in my messages, so I'm not concerned. This, I don't need that tab. See what I'm doing? I am consolidating my tabs, but I'm about to close this. I'm about to minimize this window. Oh, lovely. This is the next thing I should be looking at anyways. This is, I'm working on the schedule. Template sheet. So I want to say this came from Ali. What's his name? Ali Abdul. Why do I feel like I'm butchering his name? Yeah, that's right. If you like, I don't know, a lot of people follow him because he's like more in the productivity space. But one of his videos, he talked about setting up like the ideal week schedule or whatever, and I started this spreadsheet last year, over a year ago. So I watched this video a long time ago. But my schedule is constantly changing, shifting. So I'll have like the same schedule for a few months and then I have to go and make a new one. So I have really been sticking to the idea of like having that core schedule. But it's time for me to reset my schedule, and I'm back to a point of a lot more of the things that, or I have less like time restrictions. So during the Hacker House, like I had set coaching hours, I had set calls, we had set dates and times for workshops, etc. Set time for the cleaning crew to come in, all of that. So those were things that was kind of like obviously set in stone when it came to the timing. But I'm back to having like a lot more control over my schedule, and Sorry, I'm just trying to stretch. I have a lot more control over my schedule now, again, so I need to actually put some parameters around it. Otherwise, I will not, I'll just be, like I'll be doing a lot and not getting anything done at the same time. All right, I need to finish this thing. It's smaller now, but I do think from a holistic mindset, it's the one that has a lot of potential for sponsors, etc. Due to it being niche first and some potential collabs, like hacking with the homies. Um, Al Gore is really interesting to me. Al Gore is extremely interesting to me. I'm definitely gonna I'm putting it on my list of like this week I want to experiment with some here, let me see if I can move this week I want to experiment these braids. Oh my god, like dang, trying to be cute, but come on. But yeah, I want to experiment with adding a couple more streams. I'm trying to double down on my content for real. Double, triple, quadruple now, if I'm being honest, because I'm slacking right now. I can admit that. All right, so to make my life simpler, I'm gonna take these weeks out together so that I can actually plan everything in one spot. September. I might even stand up today. That's how you know. But I'm sore, so I don't feel like standing. But I might have to just to get some momentum. I'm gonna stand up in 8 minutes. 8 minutes. At 12:10. Because for real, I actually do need to. Okay. All right. I'm trying to find a good pen. Like the pen I was just writing with, this mug is dying. A slow death. Or my ink is like, I don't know. It's my fault anyway, probably. I probably left a cap off that pen. All right. I don't want to write with a pencil because that's gonna smear. I don't know where I never know where my pen is. Like, I never know where my pens are. Oh. In the most likely of spots. Okay. Y'all know I care about stuff like this. I'm like very particular when it comes to my writing utensils, especially for, take both of these, especially for like my planners and journals and stuff. Note taking. I'm making a lot of noise. I apologize. So I do have to say this because this has changed recently. Planner wise, I'm now I have 2 planners on my rings, on my discs. I have 2 different layouts. My planners, the 2 planners didn't completely overlap. So for the last 6 months, I only had 1 planner, but now the second planner started in July or August. July. So now I have 2 layouts to work with, and I think I need the 2 layouts now that I've had some time, which is what I had anticipated. When I got the mini version of the Happy Planner, this was like my first time getting this small of a planner from Happy Planner. So I didn't know, I was limited in which layouts I was going to be able to get, and I didn't know how I was going to feel about either of them. Now that I had a 6 months or so, a few months with this layout, which is, this is the dashboard, I think. or one form of the dashboard. But I also have this one now, which is like the columns. I've used this layout before, but it's usually much bigger. But the combination of these two together, I think will maybe let me like organize my thoughts a little bit better, organize my day a little bit better. We'll see. I get to experiment with this though. Figure out how I want to use the different spaces I have access to. All right, so let me just write my priorities for the week. That's like my most important thing right now. The tasks I have to do. So I don't know what that boy is doing. I'm going to do the live streams, or I'm going to update the live streams so we can start going to another platform. Let's see. I have to follow up. Oh, I got an opportunity to speak at this conference, so I have to follow up with Kiara. Matter of fact, I'm gonna text her in a minute. Today, which meeting is today again? Where's my calendar? Oh, I have 3:30, so I have to work on the Nova collab. Outline. Alright, I'm gonna put that together. That's like the most high priority item I have today. Let me see. Partnership. Oh yeah, I need to look at the Song Foundation grant. Their grant cycle opened. I'm trying to think of like, there's some stuff that I know I need to do. I'm just trying to get it all out of my head and make sure I don't miss anything. MVP retro. Prep. So I should actually sit down and put my thoughts together and my recommendations together in advance. And then retro. Focus on Cyber Buddy. Let's see. And then I need to look at the TDX AISD training. Okay. Right. And then we need to get the MVP dev pod. And then I said I said I was gonna do live coaching. That's something we can actually get started on. So maybe I'll just pick a day and a time to start having those, and just go ahead and set a cadence for it, because that'll since I'm ready to start live streaming daily again, I will be starting to figure out what that content looks like. And I want it to be semi-consistent, right? So that's why I was saying, even though I'll probably be doing different styles of streams, I still want to focus on, like, you know what to expect out of a certain type of stream, right? Like, you know, if it's if it's no mic focus session versus like you know, a day like today where I'm like, hey, I want to like talk about something I've been reflecting on, or if it's a formal podcast, if it's like a collab or whatever, I just need to put more structure around it. So the live coaching one is definitely one that we can kind of add in. Maybe I'll attempt to start it on a weekly basis, because I have to bring back the podcast anyways, like the podcast for this channel. So maybe I'll just kind of integrate it into that. What else? 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 Oh, I said MVP dev content. I'm gonna be focused on this week, and then I need to do my website. I need to do this job app that I have. My list is almost full. That's why I like having a to-do list like this. This dashboard one is for the whole week though, so it prevents me from putting too many things on here, because I'm almost at the end of my list now. Job app. What else? Oh, I gotta look at the TEDx volunteer stuff. Trying to think what else. Oh, the free code camp bootcamp. I at least need a little project plan, because I need to start walking these milestones down for real. What's up with my notifications though? Oh, that's why. All right, let me see. One more peek at the calendar. Wait, why is not? So live coaching / pod. So I know those are together. Friday. Oh, I need to look at her financial. Oh, I need to give her some where is it? So I need to give her dev financials, and then I also want to reach out to this other company. Go in here. I need to check my invoices. Alrighty, log in. Spend and expense. No, what's this one? I need a straw. Do I have straws? I have glass straws. Let me get a straw. I'm not trying to mess my lip gloss up. Literally. You never know what you're gonna find with a toddler. Just never know. Oh, that was not part of the plan. Um, I don't know. I'm not gonna describe the situation I was just subjected to, but it was gross. That's what I'm gonna say. But I got my straw. Got my straw. So, and yeah, Justice about to take a nap too. All right. I'm glad I got up to get the straw. Let me see. Okay, I don't see anything in here. Where is receivables? Oh, this is receivables. Payables and receivables. Invoices. Oh. All right. All right. Let me see. Is there anything else? I lost my whole train of thought because I'm not thinking I'm about to have a whole situation on my hands when I went to get the straw. Um. I gotta figure something better out with this thing. Mm. I read this good article. I'm about to pull it up actually. Hold on. Because I'm sitting here thinking about my schedule. What's it called? 7 CTOs. I was reading this at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning randomly, up in the middle of the night. And let me see. This was, I gotta go back and read that one about the hidden notebook too. I think I started that one, but I never finished it. I need to read a bunch of these, but they have a Substack. But anyways, this 7 CTOs is like a organization or like a they have well, here, let me start here. They have a lot of content around like CTOs, the role that a CTO takes on, the various types of roles that a CTO takes on. They have this framework called the CTO frame. Is it CTO? Where is it? CTO levels framework. So I can't remember exact. Like I think I just found them by like searching, for some like CTO, develop like personal development content. And but I like this framework that they had. There's like a lot of information in here based on, they determine like a level based off of like your budget and how many people are you're responsible for. And it kind of determines like which stage you are in technically for your startup and what you should focus your time on, quote unquote, primarily, right? So they have this whole framework. This post was about he basically recommended for every day of the week what's a theme or a topic to cover for that week, that helps you as a CTO continue to drive progress in different areas in the company. So Mondays, this is something I kind of want to incorporate into my schedule right now, just because I'm going to be structuring out what my time looks like. I think it'll help to have themes on certain days as well. And I have my own personal work, but I also have right now I have one startup that I'm like helping. I have one startup that I'm working for, and then we have another startup that we're working with in another, like I'm working with some different startups in different capacities ultimately. But I still think that even though it's different roles and not all necessarily all of them are CTO type of work, I still think all of them would benefit from me being a little bit more intentional about covering these different bases. So, anyways, Mondays were Momentum Mondays, which was he gave some recommendations, but it's setting the tone for the week. So it could be like looking at what you have in your backlog, or what work you have in flight, and evaluating that. It could be aligning on delivery for the week. He has like deployment automation and stuff like that, so that's something that you can kind of always check in on, or just looking at the code base and thinking about things you might want to change there. So that's Momentum Mondays. Teaming Tuesdays is being proactive about updates to the other C-suite folks, or working with the teams if you have like developer teams. So Wednesdays, Watchful Wednesdays. Examine your tech. Seeing about things that could go, like possible tech debt. Kind of like cleaning up your code. Future proofing and kind of being on the lookout for any emerging issues in your tech. Thriving Thursday. Focus on sales growth and operations. And then Friendship Fridays is like maintaining those connections, those personal relationships with different folks, either within your organization, or it could be also other folks in your network that you want to like make sure that you're keeping up with them and having conversation. You don't want to, like, sometimes we only reach out to people when we need them, as opposed to over time, always checking in to see how things are going and staying in the loop with folks that you might not see or interact with very often. And he also talked about the idea of like, maybe you do it an hour a day and it kind of starts to expand, but for the very, very bare minimum, you can start with 15 minutes a day. So I don't know. I really did like this, and I want to incorporate this into how I structure out my week. And actually, because I think I shared this in my story the other day, but I'm gonna share it on Discord. Oh, I'm tired. I'm gonna need to take a nap. What was I about to do? Discord. Maybe I'll put it in. Don't we have something for productivity? Oh, busybody. Okay, I posted it in Discord. All right, close this. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna incorporate this though. Because like I was saying before, I think a lot I didn't do a good job of having like a balance across my projects this past like summer. So knowing that I have multiple different companies that I want to make sure I'm like meeting my goals on, the themes I think are going to help, because I want to basically take this idea and apply it to each group, right? So especially if I was like, okay, 15 minutes for each company each day, just to think through these key areas, I think would be super valuable. And then that would also help me structure a little bit of like maybe what a couple of what my working session, like what one of my working blocks might look like for each day. Because I'll probably have a working block that corresponds to the different themes that we focused on. So that's kind of my thought process, how I'm probably going to implement it, and then go from there. Like I'm like in this iteration mindset now where it's like, let me just start with some form of doing the thing, and then after I figure out like what works and what doesn't work, then I can adjust, as opposed to me in the beginning trying to make everything like come up with this perfect plan, and then I probably never actually do the thing. I never actually do the thing. So that's that. At some point I should revisit my vision board and see how are we trekking. All right. I can't believe I just got so tired. I just got so tired. Oh my god, I'm about to pass out. Calories will probably help. And I didn't finish. Let me see. Yeah, I still got like a lot of caffeine sitting on my desk. So, okay, so let's do this. Where should I put the themes? I'm gonna use a pencil on this one. Where's my pencil? All right. So momentum. So I'm probably Friendship Fridays. I'm probably about to listen to the training that I was supposed to. Well, we had a training, an instructor training on Friday. So that's the Zoom link. Where's the recording? Hold on, I probably gotta go into the portal. No, that's not the right panel. That's for assignments. Where's the portal? Oh, here it is. Ooh, updates. Operations, calendar. I'm not tripping. I feel like this should be easier for me to find. Let me check this channel. Oh, thanks for attending. Keep an eye on there for updates. Wait, did somebody say no? Okay. That's probably Zoom also. Alright, so that's not helping. Let me check the calendar. Maybe they post the links here. It doesn't show past. I guess I'm like, I feel like I tried to watch recording before. I never had to struggle with it like this. Announcements. That's sending me the Slack. Content updates. I am so tired. Let's also see what's over here. Nothing crazy. All right, instructor support. That looks like a ticket thing. Alfred. That's scheduling. Canvas. That's classes. Slack. People operations. Payroll. Dayforce. It's none of those. Okay, I gotta find, where do they put the recordings? I think it's a place where they are stored. Okay, maybe I can get it out the handbook, playbook. I can't even think of the name of the system that all the recordings go into. And that link's dead. Cool, perfect. Making my life hard. All right, let's go here. I just cannot find the link to where the recordings go. It's crazy. Instructor orientation. Panopto, something like that. Oh, class recordings. Cultura, that's what that is. Okay. Wait, let me read Slack again, because I'm just confused. Like, I'm trying to find the recording for the session. I can't find it. But I hate to be that person that asks a dumb question that was like right in front of my face. Or I should have read it somewhere. It says this will be recorded if you cannot attend. Do they have anything pinned for me? They probably have something pinned for me, right? Check the pins. So it's stuff pinned here that shouldn't even be pinned no more. It's 54 pins. Instructor portal. Support team. Here, let's just Google this. Or search recording. All right, well, I wasn't the only person struggling to find a recording, and I feel like the other person who said something about it typically has their stuff together. So I'm like, it's not just me. All right, well, I guess that's that. I'll watch it later whenever somebody responds. Because it looks like they might have needed to share a Zoom link. So I'm probably not tripping. What else can we work on for today? get rid of this for now. Oh, let me see. Check Slack. Ooh, pitch competition. Yeah, because I definitely just texted the zone. That's an interesting pitch competition. It's like groups of founders can compete together. Spat, welcome in. I'm just working on. I'm just working on getting organized right now. Um, I gotta look more into what's going on. I gotta put this on my list actually. Let me see. Because Michigan Tech Week is coming up. I only have one more spot on my Michigan Tech Week. I only have one more spot on my task list now. Why does my arms hurt? No, I do not work at Meta. I've had this name since before Facebook decided they wanted to be Meta. She said, Messenger. Seven 446 Woodward. What company do I work for? I'm an entrepreneur, so I have a couple different things that I work on actually. Where is this? Oh, on the other side of the boulevard. Tropical smoothie. Oh, okay. Wait, is this the boulevard right here? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so right now I work with a couple different startups. Just depends on which startup, like what it is that we're working on in particular. So I do have one main client who I am working on building out her like initial machine learning component to her product. We're doing like analytics for EV chargers. So that's my main technical project, like outside technical project. I just finished a program this summer called the Detroit Hacker House. So we did like a residential cohort, pre-accelerator, pre-seed, we had like 4 founders in the house this summer. So I run like different tech programs. Usually I run more so educational programs, like training developers to get into the field. But in this case, we, myself and my business partner, we just been working more on actually supporting technical founders or supporting like highly technical startup ideas. I work with a program at a local like tech hub here called Techtown Detroit. But I work with a program called Start Studio, which is like an MVP development program. Essentially, like founders are coming in with an idea, with a tech idea. Typically, non-technical founders coming in with a tech idea, want to like figure out what do they do next after they go through a discovery, like customer discovery program. Then they're eligible to apply to MVP. In MVP, we work the developers that are in the program. We partner with the founders and build out their MVP. We actually just had demo day for our last cohort. That was Wednesday. Demo day for our last cohort was last Wednesday, and the Friday before that was basically demo day for the Detroit Hacker House. So those were like 2 really big programs that I was doing this summer. And as well, I was working on like that machine learning feature. Well, it's not really a feature. It's like it is like a core basis of her product, but I've been building on that MVP for the EV charging analytics. I've been building on that since the beginning of the year. Actually worked with that founder through the Start Studio program. But in this past cohort of the Start Studio program, I've moved more into coaching the other developers as opposed to working directly with one founder. So helping give more like overall technical oversight on like everyone's MVP builds, and then also helping the different developers like in any challenges that they face, helping them, get unstuck in troubleshooting and things like that. So just different things. And then, yeah, so right now, since I'm transitioning to this, like I just finished a batch of programs that were kind of all synced up over the summer. I'm transitioning into the fall, but I have to really lay out like what my new priorities are, and what my new schedule is going to be like as well. Because like when we were doing the Hacker House, I basically had a lot of different like time frames that I had certain set meetings, and I had a lot of time dedicated to the program. Now I have a lot of my time back, so I have to restructure that. Did I learn everything solo from the internet? No, I learned a lot of stuff from the internet, but I also learned a lot from taking workshops and classes. Um, and then I also, after when I was like a front end developer, I wanted to become like full stack. I took a Java bootcamp also. So, um, a lot of different, just kind of patching, uh, accumulating education here and there from whatever sources are the most effective at the time. Um, Machine learning though, everything I've been doing machine learning wise, I can probably say is from mostly internet based. Yeah, because I never like I don't at this point I don't necessarily see the value in me doing like certain types of programs. I feel like I have such a like my I have my own understanding now of like how my learning style works and how like I best acquire new knowledge. So I'm pretty decently effective at I've been pretty decently effective at acquiring my ML skills and kind of building those up in a strategic way. I could be doing better though. I could be doing more, but I'm trying not to spread myself too thin. These are past speakers. They don't have the new speakers up. Oh, apply. I hate type forms. Well, I guess not. As long as it's not blocking me from seeing all the questions. I just don't like when I can't see all the questions first. Social media, highlight reel, sponsor, honorarium. Huh. Suggested topic. Okay. I'm gonna leave this open. Or, dang it, I already closed it. Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna leave this open. Yeah, like I don't have a degree in anything computer science related. Although I am about to go back to school, so that is another journey in and of itself. Okay, the other one, this article, I remember starting to read this, or the title looked interesting, but I didn't fully invest in it. Now that I read another article, like all the way through, I kind of want to. Oh, he was talking about using obsidian and okay. What? Okay. All right. So, I'm going back to school for research, also for teaching, also for educational reform. I'm a very strong advocate of um, the nature in which we structure STEM um, education affects how diverse our industry is. Um, yeah, so all these new, I'm going to pursue a PhD. So, uh, computer science. I want to do research in. I want to do machine learning research. So, uh, I am preparing myself for this run. Actually, I want to apply to Georgia Tech OMSCS by the next deadline is March. Um, there's a March deadline for fall 2025 start. So I kind of that's my goal. Like I want to apply to OMSCS in March or by March, and then to me, like I haven't been in school in a long time, so there's a few different reasons why, but the combination of knowing like the rigor of the program, but also knowing that it is online. I have a 2-year-old, and I still have to kind of figure out, like start to understand how do I structure like going back to school around having businesses and having a kid. So there's those different layers, but then I would like to start a PhD program when my son is starting school, and he has 3 more years before he will like start kindergarten. So that's kind of the like that's roughly the timeline I'm working with right now. Um, so yeah, in the meantime though, like I'm focusing more on practical applications of machine learning and really understanding some of the different approaches to different types of model training and then also production ML. What does production ML look like and what's required of it? Um, Understanding like the nuances of machine learning architecture, learning systems versus traditional software systems, because there's a lot of predictability in traditional software systems. Of course, that doesn't truly like exist in the same way when it comes to machine learning. So that's just a overall area to understand and learn about as the field and the industry grows. But my primary interest, a topic of interest is like around natural language processing, and it has been for quite some time now. But I think even though I really like NLP, and obviously generative AI is a big part of that now. Before when I started, there was no such thing as, as generative AI. When I first got interested in natural language processing, but um, now it is obviously that's like a whole new area to go into. So throughout streams and stuff like that, especially last year when I was doing like I did like 100 days of ML on stream last year, where I was just spending some time like building up my knowledge base. And I think I do more so look into the research for um, I look into the research for uh, generative AI and how that's going. Transformers, that kind of stuff is interesting to me. But I'm also really originally when I first got interested in machine learning, I was a mechanical engineering student when I was in the university. So I always wanted to combine like, and I used to work in a engine diagnostics lab on campus. And I'm from Michigan, so here like automotive is like one of our biggest industries, especially for engineers. So yeah, by me having a lot of automotive exposure, I always wanted to do some type of engine diagnostics, like machine learning and engine diagnostics. That was always interesting to me. And then I worked for a company where we did vehicle connectivity. So now like that's another layer that is still associated with like the signals that are coming off the vehicle and how you can learn from those, and also do predictive types of like applications for those as well. Like, hey, your engine's going to fail in 50,000 miles, 5,000 miles, something like that. So those are interesting ideas to me right now. I'm enjoying like being in the EV charging space because again, it's still in the automotive space, and it's still similar types of problems that I had to work through or solve, or similar type of system in some ways as when I did vehicle connectivity, but there's nuances in understanding the data that comes off the chargers and um, trying to figure out how to best train for a model, what type of model to actually train depending on the use cases that we are focused on and things like that. So I don't go too deep into the weeds on what exactly I'm building on that project because obviously it's proprietary, but that's like the general topic. So right now, even though I do have some other personal AI projects that I want to work on, but where my founder is right now in her process, in her journey, um it makes the most sense for me to like AI wise to really be focusing in on that. I actually right now am learning, let me see, I think I have it, I might. Oh, we can look at my Obsidian, at least it has some notes on it. Right now I'm learning about anomaly detection in time series data. So this is like my specific little slice that I'm doing research into and understanding, and need to at develop a at least a basic. I need to develop a basic time series model to really apply like what I've been learning here, and start to figure out how to best incorporate this training style. So just all the things. So yeah, like if you're new to the channel, basically here I typically talk about like my day to day of like the different projects that I'm doing, different goals that I'm setting for myself, and different challenges that I'm overcoming. Like I just try to be really transparent just because in my experience, I've been in software for like 8 years now, I think. I technically started, I first got exposed to tech like 10 years ago, I want to say. And then probably like for 8 years, I've actually been working professionally. I've worked for different startups. I work a lot with startups. I've probably pretty much exclusively almost exclusively worked for startups in my career, different sizes and different stages. um so Outside of like my software experience, I also have taught most of my, I've basically been teaching all of my um career as well. And usually, like boot camps and things like that, helping other people that are transitioning. One thing that I always experienced when I was working with my students, and again, my students are adults, right? Like most people that I worked with are transitioning in their career, so they already have had past experiences in different fields and industries. They might have even been, at the top of their totem pole, maybe in the last role that they came from, and then switching into software is just, it's a lot to take on. So one thing though is that I started teaching very early on. Like I started teaching very early on in my professional career. So there was times where my students were like giving me this feedback as if like, oh, everything that you like you're just so natural at this, and like it just comes easy to you, or like I'm making it look easy, and I'm just like, I'm just making it look easy. It's not necessarily easy, right? So like a lot of my students would say like, oh, I can never do what you do because I'm too shy, or I have this thing or that thing. And I'm like, bro, I have anxiety, I got stage fright, like all these things. Like I'm not just out here breezing through, but I really have to put in the work as well. But I think when you see, especially say if you're in a boot camp, right, when you see your instructor, you see somebody with some level of experience, you see a very polished, like structured out curriculum, you see very step by step regimented like examples, and then you go on YouTube and you see edited versions of how to build something, and it's just like, that's not showing you the whole story. So anyways, like I have other companies or brands or whatever, other like you'll see me like post in other spaces that is more like, maybe it might be more traditionally educational. Like we have Detroit Black Tech, we have a conference, like I definitely still put content out there, but like my content here is really like, this is just real life. Like honestly, I'll be struggling too, and it's okay. So 365 days of code, like this year, this is like the bigger goal that I had. Ultimately, even though it is 365 days of code, it was more so a challenge for me to spend more time in the community, like spend more time online in the live streams and getting to know more people, and then just showcasing what different types of things I'm working on day to day, that are related to code. So I could be working on like a program. So like at 3:30, I have a meeting because next week I'm going to do a Twitch collab with Nova Writes Code, which is like a Twitch channel that it's like a publisher for PBS, but they have like the Nova documentary, and they're doing like a whole thing where they're testing out like non-traditional STEM education, right? So I'm partnering with them next week, and I'm gonna be on their channel, but I have to work on the outline for that. I'm gonna do a simple machine learning project on there with Dr. Nehemiah from STEM Media, and then so that's like one thing I could be working on. Detroit Hacker House, I was working on that all summer. I was like the lead of like running that program, but also I was doing technical coaching for a bunch of the founders in that program as well. So those are some of the things I work on that might not be like literally me coding, but they're still related to like the work I do in the tech space. The school is easy. Just use Obsidian and don't miss a class. Yeah. I don't use any true power of Obsidian. I'm actually very new to Obsidian, as is in this article. He was actually talking about being new to Obsidian and trying to figure it out, and apparently he got his like CTO notebook kind of structured out in there. So I am going to finish reading his article and then consider if I want to implement that over in Obsidian. So far, I've just been taking advantage of like distilling different notes and different research papers, and kind of like just starting to organize my thoughts around different ideas that I think are interesting or different topics I want to dive into. But I will be like spending more time understanding like how to really utilize Obsidian. But I just know like it was worth me trying it out because so many people who do research also, recommended Obsidian and everything. So yeah. I'm just real basic, just making articles and kind of sort of making tags. Right now I just want a place to dump the information and know I can come back to it. These are just notes, actually. I should have freaking put the links to the to the articles I was reading, but I'll come back to it. All right. So let me see. How long have I been streaming? It's 1:30 basically. Focusing on Obsidian, focusing on Obsidian these days. I can give you some tips. Yeah, I'm always down for tips. I meant to do this a long time ago too, but y'all know we got Discord. So no matter which platform, if you're on like YouTube or Twitch, you can always do !Discord, and you should get. Wait, hold on. Let me turn the freaking bot on. Hold on. I got you. Streamlabs is always turning the bot off. Here, let's wait on YouTube bot to respond. Is it just off all the way across the board? It might just be off. Hold on. The lovely aspects of streaming. Hold on, and give me 1 second, and then I gotta put the bot back online. I don't know why it turns off automatically though. I just have to figure that out, because it really shouldn't be doing that. I just have not investigated further. Cloud bots. But whenever y'all are on YouTube, you can always go to the channel page, and I have a listed there. Oh yeah, see, the YouTube one did respond, but the Twitch one didn't. All right, one more time for Twitch now. There you go. Let me see. Let's actually go raid let's go raid Nova building stuff. Let me actually do my raid from here so I can control it. Let's raid Nova building stuff, because y'all might find their channel interesting. I'm doing a collab with them next week, so give you a little introduction. Oh, I forgot, I need to keep my phone out. They have the app, like the stream controller in the app now. Right. Okay. All right, yeah. So on Twitch, I'm gonna rate to Nova building stuff. Dr. Nee, or Dr. Nehemiah is awesome, and I think he's playing a game today, but he does different gaming. Like all of the streams that they have are some type of like tech coding related type of thing. So even with the games that they play, usually it's something that is related to like the tech field, so to speak. But yeah, so I will see y'all tomorrow. And I'll check Discord later as well. I appreciate y'all for hanging out though, but I'm tired and I got one more thing I have to do, so I'm gonna try to get a little bit of rest. And I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Bye 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 bye.